What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Johnny A, and I'm back at you guys with another video today. Hope you guys are all doing good on this Friday. So today I want to go over my dividend stocks that paid me for this week. I'm going to go over how much I made for this week now that we ended another week in the stock market. The market is about to close in like 7 minutes. I'm recording this at 3:53 p.m. I already, bought couple of shares for today, and just want to go over what I'm getting paid for this week. Keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor, so make sure you do your own research before you invest into any stock or crypto. And if you are new to the YouTube channel, definitely hit that subscribe button to support me here on YouTube. I appreciate each and every single one of you that have been subscribing. So we are gonna go over stocks from the 17th all the way to the 21st, which is today. And we're gonna add some numbers up, but before I begin, I want to go over some changes that I made into the portfolio. So right now the portfolio is up for the day, up $281 at $57,539. It's gonna fluctuate as I'm recording the video. The market is still open. As far as my buying power, I do use some margin in here. So you see I've used $22,000. I have the dividends pay back the margin, and I keep accumulating more each and every single month. All right, so that compounds every single month, so that's a great thing there with the dividends. So for my weekly dividends, I did add a new position. You guys can see I added XDTE. So this one is from Robinhood S&P 500 cover call strategy. I got 5 shares. I am up 45 cents. Nothing crazy. I just bought a couple of shares. I'm just gonna dollar cost average. So what I want to do with my weekly dividend positions, I just want to have at least 100 shares or more before adding a new position, and then continue building up the current ones. So XCTE was a new position I added into the weekly dividend. So that's going to pay me every Friday with YMAX, GDTE. I did also add into the third week tab Goop. So this one is from Curve. This one tracks Google. I got 5 shares and I'm down 28 cents. So I also want to, just get low margin maintenance requirements. I don't want to have stocks that have high maintenance ratios. Like you guys can see here, this one has 25%. So I don't want to have anything above 50%. All right, so because I'm using margin, I gotta have that margin buffer low to continue using some margin. So I left that to have, basically I left I believe I had PSEC. Yeah, PSEC was the one I got rid of in the third week tab. So that one had like a 50% margin requirement, a maintenance requirement. And I got rid of that. I wasn't even making a lot of dividends with that. I was only making like $10 a month. So I put that money into Goop. Well, not all of it. I just bought a couple of shares. And I'm just going to dollar cost average and buy the pullbacks on this position here. So I like the Curve funds a lot. I'm gonna see how they do in the long term, but so far they've been pretty good. Even though the market has been down the last week and a half, almost 2 weeks, it's kind of hard to tell how good these ETFs from Curves really are. But from what I'm seeing, they definitely hold a better NAV than the UMAX ones. So like Coney and Nvidia and Tesla and MSTY, those go down a lot from what I've seen compared to Curve. So Curve has more of a NAV stable. That's what I'm seeing. Like the NAV is just way more stable in the Curve funds. And that's basically it, guys. I added Goop, and I also added XDTE. So those are the ones I'm going to continue to build up on. and we are going to go over what I made in dividends for this week. So let's head on to my history. And let's go to dividends. All right. So I didn't get anything on Monday or Tuesday until Thursday. You guys can see I got AAPY. I got $23.10. So let's add these numbers up. $23.10. Let's add PSEC. So PSEC I got rid of, but I did get the dividend last night. So $10.90. And then Tesla is going to pay me tonight $73.80. And then YMAG, $39.34. And then I have YMAX, $147.59. And then the final one, QDTE, $29.52. So that's a grand total of, let me see if I got everything in here, AAPY, PSEC, Tesla, YMAG, YMAX, and QDTE. So yeah, so that's a grand total of $324.25 in dividends that I received for this week. Now the following, the past 2 weeks, here we go here. For March, you guys can see I made $681.06 last week. And then the first week of March, I made $695. So we're going to add this to my notes here, $324 and 25 cents. And we're going to add that to the total so far. So far, let's see. 324, sorry, I don't know why I did that. 324 and 25 cents. Add that to 1,376 and 56 cents is going to be $1,700.81. So that's how much I've made so far in dividends for this month. From YieldMax, Roundhill, Curve, and I had PSEC, but PSEC is gone now from the portfolio, and I'm gonna put that money elsewhere. But $1,700.81 and $324 for this week in dividends from what I got in my portfolio. All right, so next week is gonna be even higher. And the reason why I say that is because now we're gonna get the weekly dividends, YMAX, YMAG, QDTE, XDTE. YMAG should be better next week. I think they only paid like 8 cents a share this week. So that one should be better next week. And then we also got from YieldMax, Nvidia, and Phoebe paying next week. So that's 4, 5, 6 stocks. And then we got FEPI, AIPI, NFLP. So that's another 3. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stocks pay me. And I believe I also have SEHD and the VOO. I believe those pay out sometime next week. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's next week. So that could be a total of 11 more dividends that I should be receiving in the next week. So that's pretty exciting. It could be, maybe over 600 this time. I don't know. It all depends on what these ETFs decide to pay out. So $1,700 in March so far, $324 for this week. And I believe last month I made around 2,600. I'll go over that real quick. Dividends. So last month I made 2,778. So the goal is to beat that in March. I don't know if I will. I need to make at least over $1,000 this next week. At least over 1,000, maybe 1,100. I don't really see that happening. It could be another lower paying month. But we'll see. I mean, these dividends, they fluctuate. It's not the same every single month. The whole goal is to eventually make more than the past month, but sometimes that's just not the case. So yeah, guys, that's what I wanted to share with you guys in this video, how much I made this week. Next week, hopefully it's better. And definitely subscribe to stay up to date with my portfolio. You guys do not have to follow any of my positions. You guys can do what works best for you. You guys don't have to use margin. If you guys just want to use your own individual cash, that is fine. I'm just using margin to compound my dividends a little faster. And I feel personally, you guys have to, at least this is what I feel, this is not financial advice, I feel you guys should use other people's money, which is what Robinhood is allowing you to do with margin, to get ahead and compound your dividends. Now, I wouldn't throw all my money into Yield Max. I would definitely diversify Roundhill, had some curve, and add some growth. I added the VOO and SCHD. I have those for long-term growth and dividends. Now, I just got to see if, stocks like FEPI and AIPI, the curve funds, could recover from the pullbacks they had. Also, XPay, Realty Income has been doing great for me. I got to see if SPY-T and QQQT can recover. I don't see Tesla coming back, in my opinion. I think that's probably going to head towards another reverse split in the next couple, maybe weeks, months. But I definitely see that going into another reverse split. Coney as well. I feel once the bull market for crypto is over. So I'm strategizing here, trying to figure out what works best. So yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, this is not financial advice. Definitely subscribe if you haven't. You can also follow me on Instagram, on TikTok. If you guys want to sign up for Robinhood, definitely use my link down below. You guys get a free stock. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.